Big difference between trade deal and trade agreement, says Economist Published. A former member of the Bank of England's Monetary Policy Committee says people shouldn't expect too much today, as Donald Trump talked of a trade deal instead of a trade agreement. There's a big difference between a trade deal and a trade agreement, Jonathan Haskel tells BBC Radio 4's Today program. Trade deals are limited and short-term and partial, just covering a few items. Trade agreements are broad-based and long-term. He says the deal could just be a commitment to a short-term change of policy. For example, a pause in certain tariffs. For all the fanfare, this is not a traditional free trade deal. For all the fanfare from the American president and the relief it may bring some sectors, this is far from what we have traditionally thought of as a trade deal. Rather, it will be a carve-out, some exemptions from some of trade barriers that President Trump has imposed in recent weeks. We expect there to be focus on reducing the extra tariffs areas, such as the car industry and steelmakers face, and also perhaps on avoiding penalties for the pharmaceutical areas. All of these are key areas of exports for the UK when selling to America, but they are not the only ones. The universal 10% tariff on other items is likely to remain. This is a far cry from the kind of deal that was being negotiated under the president's first term. Moreover, what is announced today is only the framework of terms of this narrow agreement, and there'll be much work to be done on negotiations and the legal paperwork in the coming months. But some areas remain off the table, including food standards. What tariffs are currently in place? Published. Donald Trump has announced and scaled back a swathe of tariffs on countries around the world this year. Currently, most goods imported from the UK to the US face a blanket 10% tariff. The UK, like other countries, has also been hit with 25% tariffs on steel and aluminium exports to the US, as well as a 25% tariff on cars and car parts. The UK also charges tariffs on goods from the US and elsewhere. We'll have more details on that at later posts. This is likely to be a limited, specific deal. Though Donald Trump used the language of a trade deal, this is likely to be more limited than that. A more specific deal to reduce tariffs on specific things. From the British side, they specifically want to reduce tariffs on British steel and cars. From the US side, they want something on pharmaceuticals and technology. US and UK expected to announce deal. The US and the UK are expected to announce a deal to reduce tariffs today. The UK government has been seeking a deal to lower tariffs since President Trump imposed tariffs on almost every country in the world last month. President Trump appeared to allude to the agreement when he posted on social media on Wednesday night, "Big news conference tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., the Oval Office, concerning a major trade deal with representatives of a big and highly respected country, the first of many." Source BBC News. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Thanks.